Alright, so today we're going to learn how to use the app Book Creator. Book Creator allows you to make multimedia books where you can add not only text but images, recordings of your own voice, videos, and you can publish it to several different places. You can publish it very easily to iBooks, you can put it into Dropbox, Evernote, email it to yourself, Google Drive, any of them. So we identify right here with that kind of lovely rainbow color to it. Click on it. And this is the short tutorial. I recommend you going through this tutorial when you have time. Right now we're just going to jump right into it. I'm going to click on this plus icon right down here. And I'm going to click on New Book. Now there are several different styles and I'll show you what they all look like just so you can get kind of a feel. Portrait is more like a traditional book. So here we got the cover page. And then on the inside you can see that we have it divided up into two separate pages like you would normally be used to. Now if we wanted to look at some of the other images, square is exactly like the name sounds. It is literally a square book. Now when you click on the next page, you notice it only shows you a single page. It doesn't have that nice divided line down the middle for the two separate pages. And last but not least, we have landscape. Landscape is going to be longer. It's more like a coffee table book. You see that on the second page, it's that same longer width to it. So it just really depends on your needs and what type of book you want to create. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to go with the traditional style. Now, on the cover page, you want to make it bright, you want to make it colorful, visually interesting to catch the reader's attention. Despite what they say about not judging a book by its cover, a lot of people do. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the cover to this. So first I need to familiarize myself with the several different icons in my menu up here. So that first one, that's the traditional image icon. That is how you can access your camera roll, whether it is images or video. Next one right here, T, that obviously stands for text. So if I want to add any text in there, I click on that. The music note icon stands for music. Now that can be where I can go and bring music in from iTunes or where I can record my own voice. That one we're going to use that one a lot. That's if I want to edit any of those things. If I want to change the size of my font, I want to change how my image is appearing on there, I click on that. Or change the color of my page. And then last but not least, we have the share icon, which allows me to publish and share my book. Now I want to change the cover, so I'm going to click on the I. And see right now my only option is page color. So I'm going to click on that. I want to change it. Now this book's going to be about frogs, so we're going to select a color. Now I could do one of the standard colors here. You can see these are some colors that I've used recently in the past. Let's go to custom make a color. And let's make this a nice, bright, lovely color. So we're going to make this in the blue tone right there. Ah, that's beautiful. Let's go maybe a little bit more in the blue range. There we go. And hit apply. And now we have a color for my cover. Now I want to add an image, so I go here. Now if I don't have the images that I want saved already, then I need to go and find them on the interwebs. So we leave our app for just a moment, go into Safari, Puffin, Firefox, Opera, any of those that you want to. Okay, I'm going to type in what I want to find. So this is about frogs, so I'm going to type in the word frog, hit search. I want to go into images. We don't want websites about it, we want images. And hopefully you've done this before you sit down to make your book. You should plan this all out beforehand. And let's see. Let's choose this guy right here with the dewlap sack. There we go. Now if I want to save that into my camera roll, we click and we hold. Let's try that again. Click and hold. Nope. Apparently he doesn't want to save, so let's try this guy. There we go. Now you'll see two possible solutions come up. Save image or copy. You want to save the image into your camera roll. You don't want to just copy it because then you won't be able to put it into Book Creator. Now I've got that image saved. Maybe I want to find a few others. Ooh, I like that guy. Let's save him. Save that image. See if there are any others. Not so much. Ooh, that one's interesting. Save that one. And I think that'll probably do us for right now. So I'm going to exit out. I'm going to go back into the Book Creator app. See, it opens up right exactly where I left off on it. And now I'm going to go into my saved photos and choose what photo I want on the front page. And let's choose this guy right here who's staring at us. Wonderful, but I don't like the color of my page right now, so if I hit I, you notice that it doesn't come up right here. Instead, the image comes up. But if I click on page, now I can change the color of the page again. And let's make it, we do a white background, not quite so fun. Green, there we go, I like that one. Alright, now if I want to go and mess with the image, I can just click back on page and go back to image. And then I can decide what to do with it. Now right now I can't do a whole lot with it. This front to back thing, that only applies when we're trying to go and put text in front of it or behind it or other images. So we don't want to worry about that. But if I wanted to get rid of it, I would have to go in here and hit delete. Okay, now you can change the size of this as much as you want to. Now if I want to just move the image around, I don't like where I placed it, I just click and then I can literally go and drag it to wherever I want. Now if I want to change the size of the image, then I click on one of these blue spheres in the corner and then just drag. There we go. Now I've got my image. Now I'm going to add some text into it. I want to add a title and I want to add my name. So I click on T. And I'm going to make this book about frogs. Do real simple, straightforward. Hit done. And you can see that's pretty small. So how I change the size, I go into I. And I can change it right there. I can make it as big or as little as I want. This is the cover, so we want to make that a pretty good size. I can go ahead and change the font if I wish to. So I can make that any type of font that I want. Keep in mind that certain programs won't let you certain types of fonts. So you could do Chalk Duster if you wanted to. You could do the Hardy Hand. You can do Futura. You can do any type you want to. We'll do Chalk Duster because why not? Usually not the most professional, but this is a fun book. All right, now that I'm happy with it, happy with the size. If you want to align it differently, you can hit center to center it. You can go to the right, but for this point right here, it doesn't really make too much sense. Now, I don't like where it is there, so I'm going to go and drag it, and I'm going to just change that. There we go. All right. Now, we want to add a title. Now, if I want to edit this, just click on it again, and I can put by Ms. Frege. Oops. Alright, so now I'm done. But you see it's the same size. And unfortunately when I click on I, if I try and make this part smaller here, it makes everything smaller. So if I want to go and do multiple size fonts, I need to do multiple text boxes. I can't just do a single text box and have multiple size fonts in there. So instead, I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to delete all that out. Oops. And instead, I'm going to make a new text box down here. And I'm going to put by Ms. Frege. And that's way too big, so we're going to make that smaller because we don't want to overshadow our title. So I'm going to make that a much smaller. Yeah, it's a little too small. There we go. Am I happy with the color? I think so. If I want to change the color up a little bit, maybe I can make that kind of a darker gray. Now let's go back to black. All right. Now I don't want to keep it up there, so I'm going to move it down here. And I want to elongate. I want this small little short box. So by stretching it out, then you can see all of my words fit right there. Now if I want to add another page outside of the cover, click on next page. And you need to see that it starts off white. So if I want to change the color, I got to go back in and do it all over again. So right now, I don't want the same color as the outside. I could leave it white, or I could also kind of make it a little antique color. You don't want to do too crazy of a color on the inside of it because then it distracts from it. Ooh, that's nice. Let's do kind of that antique sort of yellow. I'm going to apply it right there. And you can see it only does one page at a time. So if I want to do the other page, we go over here, click on that. Now I got both pages the same color. Then I can start typing away and whatever I need to do. Add as many pages as you want to. If you want to make yourself a table of contents, you can. It's really up to you what you want to do with it at this point. And that is how you add text and images and edit them in Book Creator.